Hey there, welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. Let's learn how to hold the bow in this lesson. We're going to take two approaches to getting there. One I call the gentle fist. The other is the bunny ears approach. Let's do this. So we're going to start by just getting the position right without even holding the bow. So make a gentle fist with your right hand. Just very relaxed, very soft hand, and then open it up. The fingers, keeping them all very nicely curved and relaxed. That's it. Do that a few times on your own. And then try to go back and forth with the motion. So when you bend to your left, you'll bend when you go towards your left, you'll bend your wrist and then bend it back when you go towards the right. This is basically the wrist motion needed in bowing. And so I would exaggerate it extremely. But when you eventually play, it'll be a much more subtle motion. But as a beginner and when you're learning, really exaggerate that motion. So the next step is to find that shape again and practice this a lot when you're starting out. You can just do this when you have a spare minute throughout the day. All right, but say you've got that and you're starting to get comfortable with it. Here's a key idea for getting this that I haven't seen taught elsewhere. To use the left hand to help the right. Just basically hold the bow with your left hand and practice gripping it with the right. You can kind of let go a little bit the left as the right gains more confidence. It's going to be awkward at first, so if you're struggling with it, you're not alone. Just know that it's an awkward position. There's a beginner hold you can do, which is even easier, which is holding the thumb underneath. But I'm going to teach the standard way, which is to hold it in this little crook there. Let's take a look at this from the other angle now. Okay, so here's the bow hold. Let's practice getting there again from this angle. So you have your fist, gentle fist, open it up. And then using the left hand, this time I'm holding it from the bottom of the bow, which is called the frog. You just basically place it in there. The index finger's curved around. And when you play, we'll get into this when I teach bowing, you're actually a lot of the weight will come from your index finger leaning down, and the other fingers just sort of support the index finger, but they're not adding really much weight. So again, practice finding that the thumb is going in this little area, this little crook between the pad and the frog. And so you can practice doing this a lot. If I were to do it from the other angle, remember to use the left hand in different ways to help the right. You can slowly let go of the weight. And so if I hold the bow like this, the pinky is doing a lot of work to balance the bow. Notice though, if I hold it like a sword, and you should try this, the pinky does less weight. So the reason is that the pinky helps you to balance this, and it will help you when you do lifting. If you're lifting the bow a lot. So in fiddle music, there's less like dramatic lifting, and so fiddle players can get away with, especially old-time players, get away with choking the bow up and letting the pinky go. I teach this classical hold because I think it's more versatile. You could do any style of music, including fiddle music, but you can even eventually learn to play the old-time method if you start with this, okay? So that's pretty much it for the bow hold. It takes a lot of practice, but if you just keep looking at pictures and comparing your hand to pictures and videos, I think you will get it. And one final tip is really to relax your body as much as possible. Check in with your body a lot. Breathe, check in with your breath. And you can do this with any posture thing, like holding the violin, with relaxing your body, with relaxing your shoulders. You can just return your attention to the body constantly. So now let's learn another way to get into the bow hold, which is called the bunny technique. And so basically you place your thumb over your middle and ring finger like that, and then curve the index and pinkies. So you make a little bunny ears. Here comes Peter Cottontail. All right. And then so once you have that, it works kind of like the same way. You can use your left hand to just place the bow in there. And then you rotate your fingers down from that. All right. Otherwise, it's the same idea. You can practice going side to side. When the bow, this is air bowing. When you move to the left, you bend the wrist. So it's going to my left. When you move to your right, you unbend the wrist. It's a little easier to practice that going up, bend the wrist going up, unbend it going down. And then do it this way. And when you do this, really, again, notice the work that your pinky finger is doing to balance this. So the pinky is very important. The last little tip I'll give you is that when you rosin your bow for the first time each day, maybe put a little rosin on it every time you play for the stickiness. It's like a little bowing practice. Just allow yourself to pay attention to the wrist, maybe bow in the lower part, lower third, upper third, and just play with the wrist motion this way. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you still have questions. I remake these basic videos from time to time because I just keep seeing new ways to teach it based on your questions. Okay, take care. Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.